Can you make me the
It
host?
says recording.
Oh, but I want to mute
How do I
everybody.
make you host? How do I do that?
It's fine. I just wanted to make sure everybody else was muted really quickly.
Recording.
Hi, everybody. I see you. You know it's just craziness all the time. So I have a little bit of a backstory before Julia gets going. And like I said, we're going to honor your time because a lot of us are parents and have jobs and we have stuff we've got to do. And it's Monday night and craziness. So a lot of you guys know that last year we kind of went through kind of a little throw everything up in the air and see where it lands, right? For lack of a better term. And Julia was one of the coaches that became one of my personally sponsored coaches, along with some other rock star coaches on our team now who have just jumped into leadership. Now, something that was really funny up until literally a couple months ago is Julia didn't like to share anything. She didn't like to share what she was doing. She didn't want to really invite people to do anything. She's like, I'm good. And I was like, what the heck are you doing? Because she was showing up in challenge groups. She's doing the workouts. She's awesome. She's fun. She's totally knowledgeable. She has a good head on her shoulders. She knows what she wants, but she wasn't inviting. And I was like, how about we do that? Why don't we do that? Why don't you invite? Why don't you share? So she started sharing, and she was like, I have people interested. I was like, shocker. That's really weird, right? Like, you share what you're doing and people are interested. And she took off. I mean, I don't even, like, wildfire. She's like, I got this now. I don't need you anymore. I was like, good, go. And she's developed all these systems. She's learning things. And we call this beachburglar because she takes things and she makes them her own. So she said she was stealing ideas. And I was like, well, hello, that's how we grow. We share ideas and we make them our own. So you're a great leader and I want you to teach the team how to do that. And she was like, dang it. So she is going to share with us her hacks, if you will, or her tricks, how she hit Success Club, how she's been consistent, how she just decided to get to Diamond, and she did. How she's like, I'm going to be Star Diamond in October, by the way, and she's already set a date, and I do not have any doubt in my mind that she's going to hit it, and she's going to blaze a trail for everybody else who needs a little bit of belief. So I'm going to just turn it over to Julia. Yay!
Yay! Hi! So yeah, that's how that conversation went. I said, I just steal stuff and then just make it my own. I felt like a big turning point for me was going to Summit. And I was super excited about the trainings. However, one of the big things from the trainings that I was really excited about was Instagram training, and it totally let me down because it didn't make sense to me. They just said, these top coaches are like, yeah, I run my whole business off Instagram. And I'm like, how? And they're like, just make all your pictures look the same. And I was like, that doesn't even make any sense. So at my day job, we have this joke that you have these resume skills that you don't actually put on your resume. And my resume skills, I'm an expert Googler. So Google it. You don't just have to talk about use the stuff that just from people on our team. I Google how to run a business from Instagram. And I have found so much stuff. I've learned how to hack it. In 5 days, I've increased my following by 15 people just from hashtags. Hold on, let me see if I can share my screen. My 11-year-old made a PowerPoint for me because I don't know how to do it. Because I'm old and hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me lower those. Give me a second. Okay. Is it going to let me share because I'm not the host? Okay. Cool. All right. So this is my title. How to build your business when you're busy AF. I have just my backstory is I have 3 kids. I work full time. My husband works full time. and my kids are busy. My husband and I have a morning briefing every day to discuss who's driving where and who has to be where. So when I made the decision that I actually wanted to work this business, I had to decide what I was willing to do and what I was willing to sacrifice and where I could make time to do it. And that's where I really got over the invitation process. And Carrie helped me with Teensy, and it was the best. And the thing about Teensy is that someone pops up and you're like, yeah, I don't know if I want to message her. And you just get over it. You just click and just message them. Because who cares? The worst thing that they're going to say is no. And just move on. Who cares? It's not a big deal. But my big things, how do I get to that one? Look at that graphic she made me. Isn't she cool? She's 11. These are my big tricks that I learned, and it takes research and it takes time, and you need to schedule that into your day. Is part of your business is sending those invites and doing that, and the other part is figuring out how to build it. One of the things that I did was I looked up to see who the top 10 coaches were, and I followed all of them. I figured out very quickly that some of those people are not my people. I was like, no, it's just, there's nothing wrong with them. I know they have huge followings and they have 5 million coaches, but they just weren't someone I wanted to hang out with. And so I wouldn't want to model my business after theirs. So Ashley Taylor and I fight about this all the time because there are coaches she loves, and I'm like, no, can't, nope. So that's my first advice, is go follow coaches, watch their stories on Instagram, watch how they're forming their posts. Are they in the same season sort of that you are? The second one is hashtags. And that was a big one to me that I was like, I mean, yeah, you can hashtag anything, but getting hashtags to work for you took a lot of research. I watched about 17 different videos, and it's taken me about 25 hours of work to figure really how they work. Really how to use your stories versus your posts on Instagram, and then how to hack the Instagram and Facebook algorithms. There's some really cool information out on Google to like how that all works. I'm not a tech person at all, so it was cool to like learn how that works. And then my new thing that I just learned about that I'm super excited about are comment pods. So I will go to my first one. Follow these coaches I sort of already talked about. Narrow it down to 2 to 4 coaches. Watch their stories every day for a week. Like I said, would you hang out with them? Yep. Keep following them. If you're like, nope, just unfollow and move on. I did learn this in a couple different trainings, is that you want to see what they're posting. What are they sharing about their day? They're posting their workouts. They're posting some food, but they're really just sharing who they are, and that's what's going to attract their people, the people to come to them. So that was pretty easy. That was quick and easy. And, I just sit as I'm watching TV and watch stories, and my family gets mad at me because I refuse to wear headphones, even though I make all of them wear them. All right, the hashtag trick. This one takes some time. So I sat down and made a list of 50 things that are about me. For most people don't know, I was a professional dancer for years, up until I had baby number 3, and then my body was like, no, you're done. So 2 of my girls dance. I have a daughter in theater. We have volleyball, gymnastics. One of my daughters plays the cello. So I sort of listed those things. Like some of my lists are dance mom, dancer mom, theater mom, mom of 3, Uber mom, mom taxi. I know you can't see in the video, but my hair is purple, so purple hair. I just turned 40 this year. I have tattoos, just a whole list of anything that describes me. Nothing to do with fitness or Beachbody at all, just things that describe you and who you are as a person. So the next thing you do is you go search all of those on Instagram. Do not try to do it all in one day. You will get the world's biggest headache, and your phone will die in like 5 seconds. So you want to search those hashtags. Any hashtag that has between 1 and 7 million public posts are your hashtags. Anything above that, you're going to get lost in the feed. Anything below that, no one's really looking at. I do still hashtag a couple that are under 1 million, just because I like hashtagging them. Once you figure out those hashtags, start following those yourself. And once you follow those, then what you want to do is if you see a post that you like, you click on it and check out that person's profile. Is that someone that you would want to hang out with? Is that someone you would want on your team? Do you think that would be perfect? Then you follow them. They then generally tend to follow you because these are just normal everyday people. These are not like celebrities and stuff, like just normal people who, you know, hashtag mom fails, hashtag minivan mom, things like that. I started with 12 hashtags, and recently when I post on Instagram, within 5 minutes I have 12 likes. So, and they're not people that I actually know, so you can really build your network that way. Things not to do with hashtags is do not hashtag any of your Beachbody programs because you want to create interest. They say in general, like, don't like put your Shaco bottle like in there, like don't show that it's energized, show the back of it. So you're, you know, everyone says, I don't drink energized because it gives me a horrible headache. I know it's weird, but I've seen a lot of people, you know, you call it the mom crack. Don't tell them that it's called energized. Just, you know, you want to probably hashtag mom crack. You don't want to hashtag too much fitness and nutrition because do you know how many people are on a journey? Millions. I think that like hashtag fit mom has something like 20 million public posts. So you're just not going to get the same traction from it. And then you're just wasting your time. One of the things I did learn at Summit in the Instagram training is not to tag other coaches in your post, especially if that coach outranks you. Because if you keep tagging, if I kept tagging Lauren in all of my posts and people were interested, they're going to click on Lauren and possibly sign up with her. No offense, love you, but I want my customers. I don't want to give them away to you. But they say that with the trainers too, that like, you know, we all tag Joel in our stories and the other trainers because we want them to share it on their story because that's just fun. So I'm having a hard time not tagging him, but in your stories, it's a little different than in your posts because when you tag people in your post, they may go to that person's page and then start following them and then end up signing up with them. And then you just did all this work for nothing. What's my next one? Stories versus posts. This is another thing I did learn at Summit, as well as about every single Instagram training, is that you have to use both. You can't just post on your regular post on Instagram, but you need to be doing those stories. And they say, I know they always say with Facebook, you should be posting like 3 to 5 times a day. They say with Instagram, once a day. Otherwise, if you look at someone's post, they have like 4,000 posts, and it gets crazy. So if you have other things to say, share them in your stories. They say anywhere from 5 to 10 times a day. If it's the weekend for me, I post like 20 times a day. If it's during the week, I don't post much on my story 9 to 5 because I'm at work and nothing interesting is happening there. But I think that my stories is where I'm letting people get to know who I am. I was having this conversation with Jackie recently that I'm not a great writer. I have a hard time getting things started. But if someone shows me a post or something like that, I can take it and I can turn it I can make it sound like me versus like, I have a hard time just sitting down. Like I go to post my post-workout selfie and I'm like, oh, I got nothing. So usually I make my husband help me because he is good at that. Okay, so here are the big ones. These are the big hacks on Instagram versus Facebook and Instagram. So the newest algorithm that changed back in March on Facebook is that comments are what are boosting your post. Apparently, in order for a comment to count as a comment, it cannot have only emojis, and it needs to contain at least 4 words. So 4 words, you can add emojis, but if you just like give someone a like, then it's not going to boost it as much. As well as we all knew that likes are what used to boost posts, but ever since they created the reactions, a like isn't going to get bumped as quickly as if someone reacts. If you send the love or the wow, this that I posted here is just something that I literally cut and pasted and stole from someone because it's good information. Also, if there is a comment and then someone replies, those are going to get boosted even higher. So if you see like someone, if Carrie posts something and I comment on it, reply to my comment because it'll help boost her post. And then this one was weird to me and I'm still confused is the engagements on your shares. It says sharing a post via Messenger gets more activity than if you just share it on your wall. So Carrie, you're right underneath me. That's why I'm just going to keep using you as an example. So if Carrie posted something and I shared it to my wall, it's going to get less traction for her than if I share it to Lauren in Messenger. I guess their theory is that if you are going to take the time to send that to someone and maybe send them a personal message, then it's worth reading or something like that, as opposed to just go like click share and it just goes to your wall. So that's what I've learned about Facebook. A lot of that we already knew, but it's just fun little tidbits if you didn't. And Instagram is similar, that you actually need to get the comments. And apparently the recency of your post is important too. Like we always talk about, like best times to post are this. It changes all the time. Google it. That's what I do. I just Google when's the best time for a beach body coach to post on Instagram, and it will tell you exactly when the best engagements, the most engagement people are receiving. And it's cool because it changes all the time. And then your relationship. So if someone is constantly commenting on your stuff, you're going to pop up more in their newsfeed. And if you are reciprocating that by commenting on their stuff, you're going to pop up even more. Comment pods. Now this is the cool thing. This is how you hack the what's the word I'm looking for? The algorithms. So what I've been doing the last week is I went through all my social media friends, like on Facebook, and I made a list of okay, I couldn't write them all because you don't necessarily know that they're all. Some people write in their bio that they work for 31 or that they sell pure romance or whatever. Some people don't. You can just tell by their posts. So I went through and made a list of all these people who sell other things, not Beachbody, completely separate industries. And the point of a comment pod is that you create a DM either on Facebook or Instagram, and it's for the group. And when you make a post, you go message in that group and say, hey, I just made a post, please go comment. And you're supposed to go make meaningful comments, and you would do that for other people. The point is you're not trying to sell to those people. When I reach out and ask them if they want to join my pod, I say, I'm not trying to sell to you. I mean, and then I was putting quotes, unless you want it. And then of course I'll be happy to help you. But it's a way to hack the system, and it's super cool. And it's helped me really boost my engagement on my Instagram. So this is the invite that as the beach burglar, I totally stole from some Beachbody coach that I have no idea who it is. But it totally works because I sent it to like 60 people the other day, and I already have 20 people in my first pod. So this is the message I use. I don't need to read it to you because hopefully you can see it, but it's just telling them, what it is and if they want information. And that's how they do it. And once they reply, hold on. Yes. Yeah. Thanks. Sorry, my daughter has to be picked up in a half an hour. So, when they reply and ask for more information. I just explain it to them. And then what I've been doing is then I add them to this group message, and this is my welcome message. So you all can see it. It's just explaining how it works. Again, I straight up stole this message. I didn't even change the wording on it because I thought it was good and it explained it pretty well. I can share the slides if people want them. If you want to just steal the message as well. Also, I can just cut and paste it to you. But comment pods have literally changed my life because they really have gotten that engagement that we're all looking for. Because I didn't understand, like, the top 5 coaches right now say that they are running their businesses completely off Instagram, and I just did not understand. I know how to follow people, but I didn't know how to attract people to follow me. But by hashtagging these things that have nothing to do with fitness, it's really engaging them. So that's my big thing. That's what was the other thing, Lauren, is how I've been hitting Success Club. My big trick is I run 30-day Shaco challenges once every other month. I just post some graphic that I find, and I ask people to switch out 1 meal a day for Shakeology. That's all they have to do. And they don't have to exercise. They can drink alcohol, they can drink coffee, they can eat McDonald's if they want. I just ask them to switch 1 meal. About half of those people after the 1 month have quit. The other half either signed up with a challenge pack after that or became coaches. So I just reach out to, I just do my normal follow-up, see how they're doing, see if they like it. A lot of them don't post about it. They just drink it and call it a day. They may not be repeat. If I lose half of them, I guess so be it. It kind of stinks. But if you retain the other half and they're moving forward, that works for me. That's really all I have. That was quick. Thought that was going to take me forever.
See, you did such a great job. Yay! And she was so nervous. She was like, I might puke. I was like, no, you won't.
No, look at hold on. I gotta show you guys something.
What?
Hold on.
You showing it?
I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
In my calendar, can we see it?
No. Can't see
No.
it. A bright white screen.
It says host team call. Shit in pants.
In that order. So after you get off.
Yeah, totally.
So I love you because you just kind of took it and ran with it and figured it out. You didn't wait for someone to give you the map. And yes, she's going to share her slides. And yes, Carrie pressed record. So we have all of this to go back and look at the invite. But you guys, this is how a lot of people have been very successful as coaches is by, I'm not the best idea person. I'm not the best writer, but give me a framework. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I can totally make that my own, and I can put my own heart into it and put my story behind it. And that's what Julie has been doing in such a great way. Oh, hello, everybody. But one thing that stood out to me was how much time she took to learn. And it was just, it sounded like a lot. She's like, yeah, it took me, I watched 17 YouTube videos, and yes, probably 25 hours. I'm making up some stuff. But she only had to do that once. Once she had a good foundation, she knew what to do, and then she could go. So she's giving you the foundation. She's giving you the framework on which to build. And like she said, you Google that stuff. Somebody said Google's my upline. So smart, because all the answers are right there for all of us. And somebody asked me the other day, well, what should I Google? I was like, Google exactly what you're looking for. How do
you can find it? It's amazing.
What is the dumbest word? How to be a successful Beachbody coach using Instagram. Boom. Try it. See what comes up. You can't lose. You can't go wrong.
Several articles will come up. I don't read them beginning to end, but you can get some nuggets out of there.
Yeah. And I'm just, and the Shakeology challenges are so smart, and for various reasons. You're asking people to change out 1 meal. You're not asking them to reinvent the wheel, to change their entire diet. You're not asking them to invest in a fitness program that they're not ready for. You're not convincing them to change their life. You're asking them to change out one meal a day, right? And some people are like, well, I could use a little bit more nutrition. But what's smart about this is when I'm talking to Julia, sorry, I have a hair tickling me. She's like, yeah, I'm just going to go to my Shakeology challengers because, it's about time for their next order. And I'm going to submit, that's not the word, present the coaching opportunity to them. So if she does this every month, she has a whole new pod of people to present the coaching opportunity to, because they love Shakeology, they've been using it, and maybe they're ready to save and continue. So if you constantly have those influx of people who have tried Shakeology, when we did that poll on our team page, the number one reason why you guys became coaches was for the discount. So we should lead with the discount and get people hooked on the challenge groups, the products, the programs, the mom crack, the unicorn dust, energize. And somebody messaged me the other day, Tara. She goes, my girl wants something called unicorn dust. Did you energize that somewhere? And I was like, yeah, go check out the hashtag unicorn dust. And get them using these things and then have a conversation with them about, I know you love it. You want to save on it? You want to be a part of our team and our tribe and our family? Yeah. So it's really smart. It's not icky at all to use what works. Don't reinvent the wheel. I love that. Those coaching pods, what did you call them? Comment pods?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Because it's like you're creating a mini challenge group almost. An accountability group where you're talking about things they're interested in.
Yeah, and it's not icky because you're not trying to sell to this group of people. I mean, you might be, and you might be interested in buying their stuff. But like, it sort of takes the pressure off from the start to say, like, hey, I sell Beachbody, you sell candles. Let's comment on each other's stuff to help each other build, because we're not in competition.
Right.
So like, you see it, like I see everyone's post and it's all Beachbody coaches commenting on it.
Yeah.
You want to get those other people in there to help boost those posts.
You're boosting the algorithm too when you do that, because you're just creating more engagement as more people share it and comment on it. So that's really smart to get a totally different slice of the demographic to get posting on your things. And you're just building community, honestly. So,
yeah, I'm still new at it, but like essentially what it says is you should build a couple different pods, because you don't want the same 15 people commenting. It's no different than just having all your Beachbody friends commenting. Right. So like one post you might say, pod A, go comment. Your second post you might say B, or you might say like A and D comment, B and C comment on the next one. And,
that's good. It's good.
Everyone I messaged who responded was so into it. Like they were like totally excited.
I love that. But then you're not asking all of us Beachbody coaches to go give my post some love, because people are going to be like, that's the same chick as last time. She really loves our stuff.
Yeah.
So such good information, you guys. So I know Julia has to go pick up a daughter. I have people freaking out.
I sent my husband.
Oh, good for you. Delegation. It's awesome. My children are scattered to the winds. I think one's at soccer. Chris is home. Praise the Lord. So he's getting him. But I was going to say, if you guys have people in our flash sale right now, it's coming to a close in 30 minutes and people are freaking out. Like freaking out. Where's my link? So I'm going to go do that. Make sure you guys have time to finish that up, and let's end that strong and blow it up. Like get excited and tag people and get them excited about this. And we'll see how this goes this week. Oh, and if you guys are in the refresh, just to answer a couple questions. Some people said, are you going to do lift 4 while you're doing the refresh? I am. I haven't decided. What'd you say?
I did today. Today was my day 1, and we did chest and back.
And you felt good? It really wasn't as intense. Like Mondays are never the high hit days. Tuesday, tomorrow will be a little bit, and then Friday will, but you'll be done by then. Mm-hmm. If you want to do it, I was going to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with a rest day in the middle. Great. That's when the posts are going to be in our group, because that's the date we said. I want to honor that. Or if you want to wait until Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but that's Labor Day, and I don't know if you guys have plans. So just be flexible. Do whatever you want and help your clients be successful with their goals. Cool? But yeah, I'm doing lift 4. Hi, Amy.
We can't hear you.
Oh, you kidding me? Amy can't hear you. Sign language. 2 words. Sounds like. Did you do it too today? You've already done it. Yeah, because I saw your post. You had good results. How many pounds? Yay! What the heck? Crazy. This is fun. This is like reading her lips. We're all like, I don't know what she's saying. But yay. But you already did it. Are you in that group? The refresh group? Could you post that? Could you post your results in the refresh group and just be like, guys, I kind of jumped the gun, but I'm just so excited, and I'm excited to see your results and hear what you're doing. And Charlie's dying laughing. She's dying. She's dead. Every time you do, you have problems with your volume. Every time. And when you log out and come back in, it's good. But we don't.
Are the comments turned on in that group? Because I couldn't post in it today.
Oh, should be. Oh, people can't post.
So I just had to comment on your post.
Freak. I'm a control freak.
I figured you just did it because it didn't start till tomorrow, but
I did. I turned off commenting because I didn't want to be like, blah, 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 blah. But I will open it up. Fine. Yeah, I will. That's a good idea. I won't be such a control freak. All right. So thank you, Amy, for posting that. It's good for people to go first and get people excited. All right. Stop talking. We're so chatty. All right. Let's go check out. Kate just added like 12 people. Josh, you need to go corral her. She's still adding people to the Fitness flash sale. She's like, can I please add more people? I'm like, hurry up. So
she blew up her stories today talking about that flash sale.
Good.
I saw. She did a great job.
That's why I turned my picture off for a minute, because I was tagged by somebody I didn't know, and it was Kate's friend trying to get into the group, and Kate tagged me to get me to add her, and I was like, I don't know what this is. So everybody should be in there, but we are shutting it down in, can't do math, 23 minutes. Oh, my family's home. Okay. Peace out. I can't turn off the recording because I'm not